Blog Talk Radio.
Archangels, ghosts, and Bigfoot. Oh my. It's just another night for Supernatural Girls. Real stories, real answers to life's biggest supernatural mysteries. And now for another exciting interview with paranormal experts from this world and others. Psychic medium Helene Olsen and paranormal researcher Patricia Baker. Here are Supernatural Girls.
Everyone, and thank you for tuning in to Supernatural Girls. You can all call in your questions at 646-478-0828. You can also listen from the comfort of your phone at that number, and when you decide to ask a question, just press the number 1 and you will be queued to come on live and talk to our fascinating guest. Tonight is July 6th, 2013, and I am here with my fabulous partner in crime, Patricia Baker. How are you tonight, Patricia?
I'm great, Helene, and welcome back. You were so missed last week, so I'm thrilled that you are my partner in crime this week.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. And, you know, I love doing the show, but last week was really tough. I had so much to get ready for that big event I went to on Sunday, and I just want to take a moment to send continuing prayers to my husband, who is actually doing very well, but he's still in rehab, so we're hoping he can come home soon. So that's been a lot of my time spent lately, and that's the way it is. He's on the uptake, and he's doing well, so it's all good. Appreciate everybody. You know, everybody's been sending such amazing positive energy to him. It's all good. Yeah.
It's terrific when people join together for that, and I know he received a lot of prayers because he was out of the hospital so quickly and into rehab, so it's great.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody.
That's right. Yeah. So we've had some kind of debacle here with the weather, and we were talking about this earlier, Patricia, and I got to say that the heat that we had, and I live a mile from the ocean, so the heat that we had here along the coast was something I have never, ever felt before. It was absolutely suffocating. And I don't know how it was up in the mountains in the western part of the state where you are, Patricia, but boy, I have never felt anything like that here at all.
It was intense here, too, and usually we're about 5 degrees cooler than it is in the cities and things like that. But during the morning hours, we were having guests over and all that in the afternoon, and I was like, oh, my goodness, I don't know if we'll be able to even stand out here and eat. You know, I had to prepare a whole other area just in case. Thank goodness a breeze started up and kept us cool. And you saw my bear picture. The bear obviously wanted to join us, but thank goodness he decided not to sit down at the table with us. He had to be at least 300 pounds, so I was glad that he didn't want any of our food. But
well, he looked really healthy in that picture you posted on Facebook.
Oh, yes. He is at no lack for food, I'll tell you. So, oh, goodness. Well, you know, the garden here is so large, and today I was thinking between fighting off the bugs, the weeds, the birds that eat the berries, the turkeys that eat the berries, and the bear that eat the berries, we may, you know, it's just a fight for your life here.
Well, I don't know. I
may
just
or
have
may
a
not
couple,
end up with berries.
I don't know. We have a couple of little blueberry bushes in the yard, in my teeny yard, and, you know, the turkeys find them.
Oh, they do.
Yeah.
One year we lost all our berries, and we couldn't figure out. It looked like, you know, somebody just came along and picked them all. And so I had gone to an event up the road, and I said, hey, by the way, I asked all the old farmers that were here, I said, what do you think did this? They're like, they all knew exactly what it was. They said it was a raccoon because they just use their little hands and they eat, you know, they pick the berries just like we would.
Yeah, and the raccoons are huge here. Some of them are huge.
I got one on camera last night.
Wow.
So you never know. I mean, with gardening, it's, you got to find ways to be kind of crafty just to harvest your food at the end of the day.
True. It's really true. But, well, I hope the heat subsides. It was a little better today. So I know in other parts of the country there's a real tragedy going on with the heat and the weather. So
it's been crazy. I mean, with Mercury retrograde, and we know, we've discussed this before, this particular Mercury retrograde has been awful for people. It's been very emotional. People are very tense, a lot more anxiety. It just seems like things are spiraling out of control a lot more quickly during this. And I usually, as you know, you and I both just kind of laugh at Mercury retrograde. We go, oh, no big deal.
I know. The astrologers don't like me because I just go, oh, well, it's always Mercury retrograde.
Exactly. I mean, what are you going to do about it, right? But this time it's been really a tough time for people.
It has. It's been really tough. So
yeah.
We'll get through it in another week or two, and hopefully it'll be all good from there.
Oh goodness, I hope so. And this is a great time to have our guest on, because she is a master at transforming the grid, the energy systems that we've been operating from. And you and I have both had phenomenal experiences with Kaveeta and Kosmic fusion. It's just, I mean, you and I are just thrilled to be a part of that.
I know, and I want to interject that it is Kosmic Fusion, and that is K Kosmic, the letter K. KosmicFusion.com is her website. And she's a master of energy and a direct channel to source. And it's just amazing what she can do. But I'll tell you, after I attended her workshop, how much, I do a lot of energy work with people, and it was amazing how much my vision of that energy work changed and how clear the channel was to be able to really help people almost immediately. And I was really taken with the kind of impact that it had on my ability, not just to connect, because I feel like my connection is solid, but to go direct to source and be able to access that immediate connection and be able to do something so quickly and so powerfully. And the last few years, I mean, energy work has shifted so much with all the gateways and everything that's opened around the planet anyway.
Yes.
But this was just exponentially more and easier in a way. So I really am fascinated by Kaveeta's ability, and just in awe of everything that I got out of the whole thing. Now,
Absolutely.
You work with energy quite a bit too, Patricia. And,
I do, and a bit differently, quite a bit differently than you do, Helene, and because we all have our own styles and our own way of connecting. I'll tell you the most profound thing that I absolutely loved about our work with Kaveeta is the way she was able to unhook us from that matrix. I mean, I really literally felt that whole thing drop away like prison chains to a floor. I mean, it was goodbye to that feeling of being hooked into this imprisonment. It was amazing. It really worked. It was easy. There was no effort involved. And I'm just so glad we were able to do that 2-day workshop together. Now, we did stay up all night, and we're a little, beyond that staying up all night thing.
Yeah, I don't do all-nighters.
we pulled 2 all-nighters just to stay up and do the workshop because Kaveeta was doing the workshop in Australia, and so we had to be on their time zone, which really wasn't convenient, but we didn't care. We wanted to really, have this experience, and I'll tell you, it was worth it. It was worth it.
And I have to say, I really saw a change even in charging the jewelry that I've been charging. I always charge it with powerful energy that's sort of freight training through me, but after the workshop, I noticed a definite shift in that. And it was the same energy. It was source energy coming through, and it absolutely empowered those pieces. But I just felt like it was less taxing on my system, I guess.
Well, yes, and I know I have your jewelry, and I'm so excited to be wearing it because it is so powerful. The way you've charged it and And it's also beautiful. Every time anybody sees it on my wrist, they go, "Oh, you're wearing your bling." I'm like, "Yeah, but there's a lot more to this." There's a lot more to this, and you need to go to angelslighthouse.com and see the beautiful pictures of Helene's bracelets and necklace that she has charged with this very powerful energy. So, yeah, but this whole experience of cosmic fusion is just amazing. It's the most advanced system of energy transfer that I think you and I have ever experienced, and that's why we're so grateful to have Kaveeta come on our show tonight. She's in New Zealand right now, but she was kind enough to take time out of her very busy schedule to speak with us and our audience, and this is going to be a really exciting time and a big benefit to everybody in our audience.
Well, this is the new 5D energy that's covering the planet, and it's accessible to everybody who wants to work with energy. And so let's bring her on.
Yes.
Okay. Kaveeta, hello. You're live on the air. This is Helene.
Oh, hi, Patricia and Helene. How are
you this evening?
Very well.
Well, I have to ask the first question. Are you having any weather issues in New Zealand right now?
Oh, no, we have a perfect sunny day here. It's like the most beautiful day. It's just, we're blessed. Sometimes we do get a lovely, lovely day, and it is one of those. Just the perfect weather. The sun is beaming in, and I'm sitting in my living room and talking to you girls. Love it.
Oh, nice. Very nice. Well, please start by sharing with everybody a little bit about yourself and how you began. I mean, obviously you've had this gift for carrying this amazingly powerful source energy all your life. But if you could share whatever you'd like to share with our audience about yourself and how this grew and became even more powerful, and then you made a decision to really share this with the world. So please tell us about that.
Yes. Yeah, sure. Thank you. All I would like to say, and make it descriptive, of course, as I speak, but I believe each one of us have come encoded in these shifting times, and most of the souls that came onto the planet, including mine, had come in with, I call, a pre-encoded and activated energy within us, in ourselves. I just feel I'm like more sort of a guardian of this energy, and I always knew what it was, but I sort of still did not know what it was until I met my twin flame, my twin soul, my twin ray, Suniel. This happened to us in 2003 when we actually truly went right into the womb, if you would like to call it, of the creation or the source energy. And we also went out through a black hole and came out through a white hole into this most still, like absolutely still space. And in that we learned a lot and we were shown a lot. Well, I'm born a clairvoyant, just like a natural clairvoyant. But my partner, Suniel, then was not a clairvoyant, but he sensed energies very strongly, and he heard things like clairaudience sort of thing. But anyway, he also had these visuals, and we were charged with this energy, like just do not know from where it hit us. But when it had happened, we saw exactly every single thing that we offer to people today that happened to us. And we believe that, and therefore I'm saying this and sort of really enhancing on that, saying that we all are pre-activated. And I believe I'm just one of the active grid masters who is now coming forward and sharing this energy with everyone and activating their potential, really, because each one of us is born with roughly 500 plus trillion cells. And this energy can be embedded in this cellular structure of a person. So I believe that, of course, as you can see, that I'm not so very comfortable talking about myself, but at the same time, I know I'm sharing, so I'm happy to to speak in that sense. But as I said, that I believe each one is pre-activated, and that is exactly what had happened. I needed my other half, but it may not be necessary for people who get activated by us. Maybe they don't need that. So we try to cut the glamour, and we try to stay away from the fluff about us being special. But at the same time, having said that, of course, there is always going to be someone who's going to show the path, and we just see ourselves as, path cutters or way showers, and that's about it. And we have come here to bridge the worlds, and that's what we are doing. Fantastic. I feel the response to this energy has been amazing. There's just like people come, experience the workshop, and just go, wow, what is this energy? And because it's effortless, and because it is so organic and so natural, it just takes you from like, it's just a scale to measure energy, just to say so. And if you're like on a scale at 3 or 4, this energy will take you right up to 100. Boom, like just in that 2-day intensive exercise. And so this is it. I mean, I'm so humbled and I'm so grateful to be on this planet in this shifting times, and to be able to do what we have undertaken, and is to activate people. But, of course, as I said, when we activate, we do take them off the matrix, and we do. And it is true. And everyone who's done the work knows that there is this dense, very dense karmic grid around us, as well as the bioetheric, which means coming out from our aura and entwined with other people's energy bodies. Because if we visualize ourselves as just energy beings, then I'm just a ball or a bubble of light, and so is another person. And these energies also intermingle. So this is how all the matrix points get infused within people when they interact with other people in the world. So, of course, we are all souls in the first place, but at the same time, we are people too, because we have a body. And the soul is having a human experience, but at the same time, the ego is present, which is more sort of a personality. So we're trying to blend all these, what I call is the hyperdimensional lovemaking energy, and you actually bring in all this into your field and activate your greater and, I believe, a bigger potential of embodying the source energy and then emitting the source energy out through the body. So,
If I can just interrupt for a second, I just wanted to share one of the experiences that I had and how this translates down to an everyday level. Because after doing the 2-day all-nighter where Helene and I took the workshop, the next day I had to go to an event, and somebody was crabbing at me. They were crabbing at me for a while, for it was a good 45-minute car ride of crabbing. Now, it didn't affect me one bit. And, after being up for 2 nights straight and 2 days, you would think that my nervous system would be a little wired and I would be a little angry that somebody was crabbing at me. But I have to say, the work that you did with us was so incredibly powerful. It really did everything you're saying. It really shifted us out of the matrix. It shifted us into a whole other energy system. And what that meant down to the smallest level, into the personal and personality level, is that tiny little things, this type of interaction that we have to face sometimes on a daily basis, it just didn't have the same effect. It didn't have any effect. So I just wanted to share that with people, because sometimes with spiritual work, you don't really know, or you don't really get the benefit of that in your everyday life. What you offer really gives people a benefit in their everyday life, as well as on the spiritual plane. So that's how powerful it is, and I just wanted to share that, Kaveeta.
Thank you so much, Patricia. And Helene?
I agree. I mean, it was just phenomenal, and I have to be honest with you, Kaveeta. when I went into the workshop, and I was really guided to be there, and just as a backstory, I've been working through the angelic realm for years, and they've done a lot of teaching with me and a lot of energy work, and they help people through me and all of that. When I heard you say that we were being disconnected from the matrix and from all entities and all of this, I actually went into a fear mode for a moment because I was like, what, no angels? What does this mean? What am I going to do if I have no angels? You know, and everybody knows me as working with the angelic realm, and it was just really very terrifying there for about 30 seconds. And then something in my system said, go with it. And I did. And I have to say that even though I'm working with Source, I want people to be assured that if they desire guidance from an angel, they're still there. You know,
absolutely.
It's not like it's gone, but it's as though I no longer have to rely on that connection. And so it makes it much lighter and much more connected. And there are a lot of people who listen to me because I do deal with angels. So I want to reassure people that it's not that they're being disconnected from the whole universe. Okay, so but it's really been a huge change. And I've absolutely been delighted, and I think it's worked really, really well. So what is your issue or your comment about working with angels?
Yes, what a beautiful question, Helene, and how you really wove it in such a profound manner. I mean, all I can do is take from where you started and say, absolutely, angels and archangels are real. And when I say real, as in the real ones, we're talking about the real ones. Okay?
Yes.
And because it's part of the source energy. Because when source experiences itself in a mode that is called, or a unit that is called creation, the four holders of the energy of the creation. You know, to build a house, you need, like, say, a foundation stone, right? Like, or something that holds the unit in. Angels and archangels are one of the main foundation stones of this creation.
Yes.
And they will absolutely always remain there. When we do the matrix clearing, we actually clear out the false archetypes, the entities that people carry within them, or people call upon, sometimes thinking they're calling upon white light, or working with certain names, and then bringing in these energies. And as not many people know, but there could be people with energy beings claiming to be light, but not necessarily light. So angels and archangels are definitely something that will always stay. And it's just that the way they were worked into this whole fabric was slightly selfish, or I can call upon someone and he or she has to do what I ask them to do. And it sort of became more sort of, like a power thing between the moment I say new ages, I'm not judging. I guess you guys get what I'm saying, and everyone who's listening. But when new energy shifts and comes in, people are still exploring, people are still learning, people are still understanding. And angels and archangels have been present for so many centuries. They have been mentioned in scriptures. They've been mentioned in so many different ways around other civilizations, etc. But if you look at some of the main primordial civilizations on planet, like Lemuria or Atlantis or Egypt, and if someone has ever researched about them, and they would go in, and they would be surprised to know that there is no mention of angels or archangels up until the other systems started to come in. And it's very interesting. It would be a good subject to research on. And as I said that, but angels and archangels definitely, if they have come from the light, they are real. But as I said, they are one of the foundation stones of the source energy. And today we can access the source energy just exactly they have been accessing. This probably is a time to maybe, if it's okay, to have people feel a human angel wing activation so that they know just because they're humans doesn't mean they're not angels themselves. We have that in us. So it's up to you, Girlz. What do you think? Should we do a little
You want to do an energy transmission? Yeah, you want to do an energy transmission right now? Okay, and how many minutes will this be?
Let's say 5 minutes. I don't want to make it too hard, just very easy and brief. Because I will be just transmitting energy for people to experience.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so then,
go ahead.
So for our audience, I just wanted to say you want to be sure that you're nice and comfortable. And this is about not doing. You don't have to do anything except relax and let Kaveeta stream this energy to you. And she's going to take about 5 minutes to do that. So fasten your seatbelts, and here we go. Kaveeta, take it away.
Thank you, Patricia. For all the listeners, just if wherever you are, if you're driving, of course, do not close your eyes. But if you can close your eyes, just close your eyes and sit in a very relaxed position, which is relaxed to you. So if your slouching is comfortable and that's your natural posture, please be in that posture. Simply allow your back to shift within the posture that you have taken. And imagine that your back is firmly planted on your legs and connect to your whole body. Become aware of the top of your head and become aware of the soles of your feet. And as you become aware of your feet and your head at the same time, I want you to gently become aware of your arms going down from your shoulders and hanging on the side. If you're sitting with your arms folded, it's fine. Just simply focus on the roundness of your shoulders and your arms going sideways. And if you are in a place where you could stand up, and you can stand up and do this exercise too, putting your arms down, allowing some space between your armholes and your hands. So if your arms are resting on the side, you simply allow some space to be there between your hands, your armholes, and as your hands lay by on the side. Now the energy transmissions are coming in. And if you're energy sensitive, you feel your fingertips making a circular motion, just simply moving on their own. And is the first and foremost energy activation of your wings. If you have any past life memory of being attacked or being held down while you were flying, you may sense a little pain, but it will open up. It will reconnect to its natural state. We do not fly as human angels in a horizontal ascent. We stand tall just like angels. We have a vertical ascent, and you will feel as if you're going tall as your hands are moving, circling around, and there is just sort of air or wind coming in between your arms and where they're laying on the side next to your body. You feel as if they're just simply becoming bigger. And if you're very sensitive, you might feel that you are able to sort of not just grow tall, but even take off the floor. This is all happening at the energy level. And you will feel this transmission instantly upgrading and activating your human angel wings. We all have a set of wings. It's just that we don't know how to use them. As I said, The angelic energy is in our blood. Humans are part angels. Feel that energy. You feel this energy running up, down through the central spinal column too. If you're very energy sensitive, and you might feel something on your back now. Literally a set of wings. You can give it any description you want. Generally, they're very translucent, and they're made up of plasma light. And therefore, we can blend in with any star, any galaxy, any sun, and therefore we are multidimensional beings and guardians of the Milky Way galaxy. And the angels that we call upon come to train us to activate our wings. And now they've just given us our wings back. So let's open them and fly. Feel this energy as I speak being transmitted into your field and into your system. You could stay there if you like, but we are going to go back onto the call, and I'm going to thank you everyone for being there and doing it with me. And do let us know how you felt. Maybe on the website or somewhere, I don't know.
Yeah, and there's also the chat room here. People can write in their experiences, and we have a number of people on the phone waiting to talk with you and have questions. So that was beautiful. Thank you so much.
It was. Thank you, Kaveeta.
Powerful.
Very powerful. And we're going to take this opportunity to take a little break here, Patricia.
Yeah, I think
people
we will,
can get their wits back.
Yeah.
And that was amazing, Kaveeta. Thank you.
Yes, that was. All right, so everybody stay tuned. If you have a question for our guest, Kaveeta from Cosmic Fusion, please call 646-478-0828, or if you're in the chat room, just type it out. We will ask the question for you. So, anyway, stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Your property tax bill. Have you seen it lately? It's frightening. Your property taxes are going up while your home value is going down. It's time to fight back and win. For the real truth about the property tax system, get attorney Pat Quintilian's book, Are You Getting Screwed on Your Property Taxes? How to Find Out and How to Fix It. Attorney Quintilian answers all your questions and gives you the facts you need to fight a property tax bill that is spiraling out of control. You'll also read about what happens to property owners who don't check their property records, only to find out too late they're taxed on square footage, fixtures, and even buildings that they don't own. Is this happening to you? Learn your rights. Buy attorney Pat Quintilian's book today. Are You Getting Screwed on Your Property Taxes? How to Find Out and How to Fix It. Available on Amazon.com.
Sometimes life can be a challenge. Would you like insight and guidance to help you make the best choices right now? Contact Helene at angelslighthouse.com to make your personal appointment for a psychic reading or energy alignment. Helene is a direct channel to the angelic realm and is remarkably capable of connecting to the living as well as to your loved ones on the other side. Helene is available to clients all over the world via phone or Skype, and it's simple to set up a group reading anywhere. Visit angelslighthouse.com, where you'll find an easy way to schedule right online. And while you're there, sign up for the Angels Lighthouse newsletter and receive information on all the free energy circles, giveaways, and jewelry with a message. Visit angelslighthouse.com and contact Helene today. .
Well, welcome back, everybody, and thank you for staying tuned. Well, listen, Patricia, it's always a glitch somewhere. What we did was I spoke to Kaveeta briefly. She's going to try to dial back in so that she'll sound more clear on the phone. Okay, Patricia?
Oh, okay. That sounds great. I had actually a couple comments from the chat room where they were having a hard time hearing the words that Kaveeta was saying during the meditation. And one thing I do want to say to everybody about that is the words don't matter. I mean, it's nice when people do a guided meditation, but the power of what Kaveeta is doing has nothing to do with the words. So don't feel like you missed anything. Even though those things can be a nice kind of icing on the cake, the real power is in the energy she was just transmitting to all of us. So when she calls back in, that'll be great, and hopefully we'll have a more clear connection because we will be, I know she wants to repeat, well, and do another, actually, powerful energy transmission. So this is just going to continue. So anyways, but I just want to reassure everybody, the words aren't what's important here.
That's true. And, you know, she's just an amazing connection to source energy and a very, very clear and powerful channel. And she has a very, very deep understanding of the cosmos. And it's kind of interesting that she's trying so hard to explain this in a very plain way for people to understand, because the level of knowledge and connection that she has is so big that I think it would be hard for us to hear her real true words
absolutely.
about it, you know. Yeah.
This is the problem that I've encountered also in trying to explain this to people, because the power of this is so immense, and it is source energy. So I often find that the words aren't there to truly describe what people are going to be feeling, and even finding words for what I was feeling during that 2-day workshop and then other transmissions that you and I have done. It goes so far beyond our normal language.
Yes, it does. And, you know, I hope that she's able to get through in another moment. But, wow, I'll tell you what, I felt that energy coming through.
Oh, gosh, I did too. My third eye was singing, so I don't know what it was singing, but it was singing.
So much fun.
Yeah, we have a lot of callers on the line. I'm looking at the board right now, and we're going to try to get to all your questions as soon as Kaveeta can get back on the line. But we just have an enormous amount of people listening to the show tonight, which is wonderful. And obviously people do want this upgrade. People want to unhook from the matrix and feel free. And that's the idea. It has made things much easier. So, again, that's what we want to do. We want to make things easier for everybody, and that's what Kaveeta's an expert with this energy.
Yes, she is. She is amazing. And what I find fascinating is that energy is so connected that it doesn't matter where you are really in the universe, whether you're standing next to someone's body or whether you're talking to them on the phone from down the street or across the planet. It doesn't matter. Energy connects that strongly on every level that people work with distance energy, that what she does is just translates to anybody who wants to connect with her.
Exactly. And I've never experienced energy like this before. I mean, this is so different. This is so powerful on so many other levels, and that's why, again, I signed up to do the workshop. I had to do more. I had to learn more about how this operates, and I wanted that type of a change in my own grid. You know, I didn't want to be a part of that horrible situation with karma and your Akashic records. And I mean, I know people love to talk about, we read Akashic records, and I hope Kaveeta's going to talk about this when she gets back on the phone here, but she gets rid of the Akashic records. I love that. Why should we be
like I
beholden
said earlier,
to
I
the
was
mistakes
terrified
we made,
of all that because I'm so ingrained with not feeling that the Akashic records are bad and actually, connecting directly with the angelic realm for energy work and information and everything else, that it was a terrifying moment for me there for a minute, but it passed, and everything has just gotten better, even better than it was before, the way I see it.
Exactly. That's what's so great about this. I mean, freedom is truly here in this system of energy that Kaveeta transmits like so easily. And my goodness, I think everybody needs to go to CosmicFusion.com, and that's KOSMIC Fusion, FUSION.com, and take a look at their site when we're done with the show, and feel free to sign up for some of the workshops there. You will not be disappointed, because this is a very powerful thing that will change your life for the better, and you don't have to do really anything. I mean, the energy comes to you, and as Kaveeta has said numerous times, this energy finds its own level. So wherever it needs to go for you, because we're all different, it will go there for you, and it will equalize and balance things out, and it's just going to make a huge, huge and passionate difference in your life. And that's, I mean, my goodness, what else could you want but that?
Nothing. I don't know. Amazing. It's amazing.
It is.
Stuff.
It is.
The thing is that I think on her website there are all kinds of workshops, longer and shorter, and also private appointments that you can take with Kaveeta as well. So
yes, there's a lot of different options, and it's great that you have all these options as a potential student to manifest these changes in your life, whether you want to do a one-day or private session. And I believe that Kaveeta is also going to be offering streaming sessions so that you can sign on and have like 10 minutes of streaming with her energy system. So you can just sit in a webinar from the comfort of your own home and receive this energy from wherever Kaveeta is, whether it's New Zealand or Australia, because she goes to Australia quite frequently and does the mind, body, spirit exhibits there, and then does the whole seminar. So it's just great that you can do this with somebody halfway around the world. I love it.
It's amazing. There was another question about someone who couldn't understand what Kaveeta was saying, and we're going to say again that she's transferring to a better line so that we can hear her, and she'll also be transmitting energy again later in the show. So everybody should stay tuned for that. Exactly. I wish I knew where she was, because I don't see her.
It says that she's dialing from the landline and seems to be on the queue. So let me ask them, what is the phone number?
Another blog talk adventure.
See her. All right, so thank goodness that I can Skype and do this. I mean, it's multitasking.
You're amazing.
I know, it's amazing, isn't it? I can Skype, I can talk on the phone and talk to the audience who's patiently waiting for us to get
Let me know what area code it is.
Again.
Yeah, let me know what the area code is so that I can get her on.
I will. I'm just waiting for that to show up on my little Skype page. And, yeah, because I'm looking at the board, but I don't see any thing that looks like...
I thought it would be a different kind of number coming from New Zealand, but maybe not.
It may not be, yeah. Let's see. Okay. Could it be 649?
Okay.
We've got Becky, our call screener, is checking in to see if that's Kaveeta. We've got, again, so many
calls. And we do want to thank Becky. We do want to thank Becky for jumping on tonight. That was so wonderful of her to be able to give of her time to help us out this evening, because it's a busy, busy evening.
Thank you, Becky. Yeah. Thank you so much. And another shout-out to our dear friend Jim, whose house got struck by lightning. And it took out his internet, so he was unable to join us this evening.
It didn't just take out his internet. That lightning took out all his electronics and part of his electrical system in the house. Yeah.
Oh, no.
Amazing.
Okay, so Kaveeta's back. She was the 649.
Oh, great. Okay.
So let's bring
hello.
Live on the air, finally. Here we are.
Hello.
Hi,
Yeah.
Kaveeta.
Hear you.
Thank you for calling back in.
Wait, I did call in back in, and I was also one of the people waiting in the queue. How cool is that?
Yes.
That's right. We have so many people waiting to talk to you.
There are. And
okay.
do you mind if we take...
I'm back on in.
Okay. Do you mind if we take a call now?
Oh, sure. Please. Thank you. Okay. Go ahead.
So we're talking to Jolene from Albuquerque, New Mexico. You're live on the air, Jolene.
Hello, ladies. Hi.
Oh, hi.
Yes. How are you tonight?
I'm doing good.
Good.
Just relaxing.
That's great.
Did you have a question for Kaveeta?
The question is, I'd like to, hoping that I can have my karmic templates be erased. It's been so negative in the last 3 years with my life, the divorce, and I'm hanging on here, with all the negative, I've been trying to stay positive, even though with all those trials. So, question is, the question is, do you see things getting any better with me? Though I'd like to move on, and
And
positive.
Kaveeta, I have to interject here that there are so many people who keep a connection with things that have gone on in the past that, we kind of erase our memories, but we can change our energy system so that we're not focused on it anymore, and we can move on in our lives. So can you speak to that?
Yes. I'm going to just take it as a general query, though taking on from this lovely lady's question, saying karmic template is just a temporary file. And that could, how you could delete something off your system and you can delete and bin it. You can do it exactly with the human biological and energy system, because all files get stored with either in the conscious or either in the subconscious or the unconscious, which is the collective karma of the whole planet. And we can work through memories by going into files and folders and erase the imprint generated, the energy imprint left back. As far as memories are concerned, which you very well picked up, Helene, it may come back because it's part of the brain and the unit of our thoughts. And thoughts are also beings. And we, at the moment, can work on erasing the thoughts also, but because thoughts have already been floated out from the mind, and they have turned into a bigger entity or a form themselves. So they may come and approach the person, that is the person who thought about that negative thought, and it may sort of come back for a while, but energetically it cannot lodge back into our systems. And therefore we can completely clear old karma and templates, because the earth has shed her own old energy, and she is in the new vibration herself. So it works like what I call a win-win situation for us.
So how does someone like Jolene or people who are having similar issues, you do private appointments, Kaveeta, for that, or?
If I start taking private appointments, then I would not be able to finish what I call the project that I've undertaken, is to do mass awakening and transformation. I would actually recommend Jolene to first sign up for the really basic program that even you and Patricia have done, and prepare, which I call is like preparing your canvas for more downloads to come. And the beauty about what we do is that one activated emits this powerful, super healing energy 24/7. So she herself can combat her thoughts and her negative patterns. But we do take inquiries for healing. If it is like an SOS, I will scan and see, yes, the person needs it, and then I may offer one private session. And working with me and Suniel, you don't need more than 15 minutes to get a full energy blast. But anyway, we are going to be offering live streaming for people on our website soon, so maybe Jolene or anybody else could log in and absorb the energy that will be offered to them online.
Well, that's nice. Thank you, Kaveeta. Did that answer your question, Jolene?
Yes.
Okay.
Well,
thank you so much. Yeah, check it out, and thank you so much for calling.
Thank you, Jolene. You've got a lot of options here with Kaveeta, and I highly recommend you can start with any of the things that she has offered, and it'll make, I'm sure, a big difference for you. I know how painful it is, what you're going through, and it's hard to let go of things, but once you have more of an experience of this energy, then I think you're going to see a whole new reality open up for yourself.
That's good. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Yes, good luck. Good luck.
Every blessing.
Thank you.
That was a nice call.
Very lovely lady.
Yeah, and I think
life.
that so many people are sort of stuck in that pattern, Kaveeta.
Yeah, so similar, absolutely.
Yeah, remaining attached to
the thought.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it makes it so hard, and it's there's a lot of emotional pain involved and things like that.
Absolutely.
But just as I shared with that experience I had with the crabbing, it's like that's a much more scaled down version, obviously, than what Jolene was experiencing.
I know.
But still, it's the same thing. It's the principle of it that you can disconnect.
And I would like to add to these thoughts that keep coming back. What happens is that thoughts, not people who are clairvoyant would know this. Thoughts are beings. Thoughts are entities. Thoughts are forms. The moment you create a thought that is not positive to our energy structure, our soul's light, it hangs around in the aura and in the bioenergy field and keeps attacking back the system to draw energy from the unit of energy that the body is. So we actually feed our own thoughts by going into this constant state of rethinking over about energy patterns that we can work upon. So even if a karmic template is being erased, a thought may, for a while, come back into the system and try to feed on the person. But if the person is emitting a powerful neutral energy, is what the quantum vortex energy really is. 24/7, the emission itself stops the thought from being fed. So we will actually get rid of those parasites that are hanging in your energy field and feeding off us. So they are our thoughts, but they are not friendly. When any parasite is not a friendly thing.
Well, Kaveeta, that's the best explanation I've ever heard of that.
Yeah, it is.
I try to make it very simple, my analogies. I'm famous for that. I speak in analogies because it's so hard to explain energy otherwise the way I see it. If I have to put the technical words to it, it will be like, what? Hello? People will go like that. So
right.
Yeah, it's hard to find the words. But, one other thing I wanted to share with you, Kaveeta, and everybody in the audience is that after the experience that Helene and I had, it felt to me like my whole energy system had expanded rapidly. So
absolutely.
Thoughts that would have bothered me before, that would have felt bigger than me, suddenly were smaller than me. So instead of being feeling like there's this big elephant sitting on me of anxiety or whatever, some horrible thing tormenting me from my own mind, it just felt like now it's the size of a mosquito, and I can just swat it if I want to.
That's the perfect way of putting it, because we become so expanded. We almost become the source field ourselves. So anything in comparison to the creation or the source field is minute. And it's so micro because you become the macro being. And that's exactly how everything starts getting neutralized. And the shift becomes permanent. So this is one of the most powerful way to work, because we've been working with other modalities in the past. And as Helene very well said, the shifting times have brought in new energies to come in. And because we've shifted in such a high vibration in the celestial manner, everything, all stars around us are shifting. All planets around us are shifting, not just in our solar system, but outside our galaxy too. And all this coming in alignment of the stargates have allowed us to directly access this energy coming into us, and really not just expanding and magnifying the magnificence of who we truly were made for, as I call this, as I keep saying, they're sovereign guardians of this planet and this Milky Way galaxy. It's just that we've been only put down time and again, and now we've come back in full form and get activated once again.
Yeah, and I would like to interject something here, Kaveeta, because one of the things I teach is about how powerful we are as individuals, how powerful our soul is, and how we are connected cosmically. And I've always told that to people, and it seems very hard for some people to feel as though they're powerful. And I really felt like the shift that I felt with the workshop that I attended with you really helped me put that forward to others more easily. People are very interested in saying, I don't have the power, you have the power. And my answer is, no, you have the power. I don't have a magic wand. I don't have a magic wand. I'm a facilitator. I can guide you, but if you're not in that space, then not much shift is going to happen. And this 0-point neutrality, getting into that with you, is something that really, I think, amps up people's idea that they are actually powerful, that they can control their thoughts, that they can connect to source. Yeah.
Beautiful, because if we believe we are energy, how beautifully well said, and if I just add on to what you just said, if we start believing that we are energy and there is no other way for us to experience that other than actually seeing ourselves as an ever-expanding and ever-growing universe around us, and it simply changes the way we look at things, because we start focusing on our little problems that inhibit us or, keep us down, thinking, oh, you're just human. At the end of the day, we tell you what to do. And those programs that are running in the subconscious keep attacking the conscious behavior of ourselves. And so it's almost like the war is going on between the person's mind and heart space. That the energy that of, if I have to put it in a very simpler way, we are love first and then the brain.
Oh, yeah.
But what happens is we forget that we are love energy first, and we start focusing on the thoughts that we have about ourselves. And therefore the negative energy about us overtakes the positive vibration of ourselves, which is we are everything. We are powerful. It's the love energy in us that gives us the power. It's the fear energy in us that brings us down. So we focus more on the fear than the love.
And the fear shrinks your energy system. So when you're in fear, your whole energy system kind of collapses in on itself. So it makes you more vulnerable to increase pain and suffering. And also what I want to share with everybody is the experience of the streaming that you offer and the workshops that you offer. It's an experience of the energy. So I know you do provide some explanation, but the real power of what you're offering is not in the words. Again, it's in the experience, and that's what I know Helene and I had with you that was so phenomenal. We had an experience of the energy, and that to me was more valuable than any explanation, because here in this country, I think, and other countries throughout the world, people can get really caught up on trying to understand. It's like forget understanding. Just feel it. Let the energy find its way through you, and things are going to change without you having to do anything. And I love that about Cosmic Fusion.
Yeah. Well, we're going to take this moment to say Kaveeta's website again, which is cosmicfusion.com, and Cosmic is spelled with a K. And if you don't mind now, we'll take another question, Kaveeta.
Absolutely.
And this one, and this one is from Shruti in Arizona.
Hello.
Welcome, Shruti.
Hello. Thank you for taking my call.
You're welcome.
The meditation was wonderful. Thank you, Kaveeta.
Thank you.
And so my request is I'm going to be listening to the second meditation, but can you connect to the source and see what kind of gifts I have, and how can I utilize this meditation and this energy to expedite that, opening up those gifts?
About the previous meditation that we just did about opening up your angel wings?
Yes.
Well, you can do it any time you want. Just simply close your eyes. See to it that you have some space for yourself alone for 5 minutes when you do that. Then with your arms placed on the side, on sides of your body, make some space between your armholes and your hands lying on the side near your thighs. Simply just make some space. Keep you feel the roundness of your shoulder. Keep that energy drop down. The source has touched you. It will keep touching you because your wings are open now. every time you tune into this energy, and Patricia knows this, that once you get touched by this energy, you are forever touched. So you can do this, and your wings are open forever.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think that Shruti wants to know if you can tune into her now to see what kind of gifts she has.
Thank you.
Oh, that was the question. Well, I tried. What I understood was how could she be with the gift. So anyway, all right, no problem. All right. Mm-hmm. Well, I can tune into you, and all I say is that you, like everyone else, is pre-activated and encoded to not just reprogram the DNA of your own by the words and frequencies that you utter, but everyone else around you. Your words are very powerful. Remember the way you speak and how you speak. The more positive your vibration through the words coming out, the energy will shift that strongly. So you have a power to reprogram a DNA with the power of the word within you. So toning may really work for you if you would do a little bit of chanting and toning.
Yes.
Excellent.
Yes, I do that. So, okay, wonderful.
Yeah. But I'm seeing a lot of blue light around you, Shruti.
Ah, okay. And does that have any significance?
I think that's more of a cosmic and divine connection. And it is an idea that you can open your gifts to help guide people. Does that make sense to you, Kaveeta?
Absolutely, because the blue color is the color of the throat chakra and the third eye chakra. She has that gift in her to use her words to reprogram the DNA of people, which is great, not just hers but others. She can actually touch people and heal them. If she starts doing it, she would know.
Yeah. Does that make sense to you, Shruti? Yeah.
Yes, the healing energy definitely. That has come up, but then it's. I guess there's a hesitancy on my part also that everything is perfect as it is and it needs to be. You know.
It is perfect as it is, but it is perfect as it is, but it's also the idea of opening up that neutrality and that space that's amazing. And you are very good with people. I'm hearing that you really work with people well. People gravitate towards you. They listen to you, and that you are not a judgmental person. And isn't that perfect for helping others?
Yes, I'm definitely not. We've all been there, right? Either in this lifetime or previous lifetimes, right? So
that's
what is there to judge? What is there to judge? So thank you. That was wonderful. I really appreciate it. And I'll continue listening, please. So please keep me on the phone.
Thank you. Yes. Stay on your phone. And thank you for listening and calling, Shruti. We appreciate it.
Thank you. It's
interesting what people are asking tonight.
Yes.
We're going to take one more call from Brittany in New Jersey.
Sure.
And hello, Brittany. You're live on the air with Kaveeta.
Hi. How are you?
We're great.
Oh,
hi. Basically, I just wanted, not to repeat it, but the same, what, the caller had beforehand. Basically I have the same form of that question, just what Source has, to say to me, because I'm having a hard time focusing.
Why do you doubt yourself so completely? I'm hearing
I have ADD really bad.
It's amazing, Brittany, that you the way you asked the question came across with so much, as if you're restricting and you were not allowing your energy to open up. I would say first open up your energy field completely to the environment around you, and then see how you can add to the energy fields of others. You have a very loving heart, very, very loving heart. The only thing is the expression side is very, very held back. You do not express the love that you have very easily within you.
Yes.
Do you feel that sometimes that way?
Yes, you're right.
Brittany, I'm also getting this very strong energy coming in for you all the time. This keeps coming into your field, and this is your own powerful connection to the source. As I said, we all are connected to the source when we came down. And you have this energy that comes in through the back of your body. It streams down through the back of from the skull to your spine, and you have a major block between the heart chakra and the navel. If you place your navel on the back of your body, you sometimes feel aches and pains in this part of the body. Does that happen to you often?
Yeah, is that more medical or is that more me?
I'm just losing a little bit of the connection
energetic
here.
block. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, that's what I meant.
Mm-hmm.
I just
have
have
you
a hard
felt
time
that?
focusing.
You said you have a hard time focusing and that you have ADD, you said?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, what I'm hearing is that you may want to work on this, of just opening up your energy field and addressing this energetic block that Kaveeta and Helene are picking up on, and also being able to communicate the love that you feel, because it does feel restricted. And you said that is true, yes?
Yes.
So does that answer your question?
Yeah, I also would like to add a little bit about this ADD thing. This is just a diagnosis of medical scientists or doctors or researchers. When you look at it from a spiritual angle, this is an intense desire within the soul to allow its own expression to be pure and strong and vibrant. And therefore, sometimes you might find people with ADD want to do a lot of things at one go, and therefore they cannot streamline things in and put them into different boxes, because they were not designed to operate from boxes. They were designed to operate without a boundary. And therefore it's very hard for them to hold the space while they are working. But what happens in today's world, or what has unfortunately happened to us, is that we've been categorized by saying, oh, no, if this is what is asked of you, you have to only deliver this. But anything extra with it is not allowed. And this has caused this to become a symptom in the soul. So it's a symptom of not the person. It's not a personality symptom. It's actually the limitation imposed on the soul that manifests into the person as the ADD symptom. It's very complicated, actually. And it needs to be absolutely wiped off the planet. This whole ADD.
I agree.
The bracketing of this thing. Oh my God, it's not helping, is it? Oh, I know I'm ADD, but I can't do anything about it. I feel it's just inhuman to do this anymore.
And they give you a sheet of paper to decide. So that doesn't help.
I think that working with Kaveeta would help you clear that, right, Kaveeta?
I believe if she does the 0 to 7, the Awakening Transformation workshop, she can clear out the main channel that is right there on the back. And I think it's the matrix block on her manifested, and these are the limitless. I call them the limitless indigo children, come in such large numbers, and they have been harnessed. Harnessed in the bad way. You know how you put a harness on something and hold it back. And that's what has happened to them on the matrix, by bringing and holding their energy back and saying, no, sorry, you cannot function in this society because you're too scattered. And this, I believe she should do the 0 to 7 and emit this energy so strongly out of her field that all the symptoms that she experiences of ADD will just sort of fade out. Because these are just programs that are put into, and this is not just about Brittany, this is about everyone who thinks they are not good enough or not capable of doing things, because somebody has told them that.
Yes.
And they start buying into this program and saying, yeah, maybe I am inhibited by this.
Thank you. That was so helpful.
Well, thank you, Brittany, for calling in and listening to the show.
And being so brave to ask such a perfect question. This is the
I call
the burning question.
No, I'm glad I did. It's very helpful.
Yes.
Thank you
so much, really. This is the burning question, I call, of humanity right now.
It is, and there are so many medical issues that are diagnosed and labeled, and people feel even less powerful than they would have in general.
And it is like so, I think it's inhuman, really.
Yeah.
And you guys should not allow me to talk anymore. Because I made something not right. Because Patricia knows I'm very direct and frank and to the point. So.
Well, no, because Kaveeta, you really gave a wonderful explanation of ADD from an energetic perspective, from a soul perspective, and a more universal understanding of this whole experience, that so many people end up diagnosed with this and feel the only thing they can do is get on medication, and
meditation
puts them in a category that they're not happy with, as our last caller expressed. But I love what you said. I think it makes total sense in terms of how this has come about and how so many people could benefit from going to Cosmic Fusion, signing up for the 0 to 7 workshop, and working with their energy internally a lot differently. It would make a huge positive difference. Yeah, so... anyway, so we hope all of our listeners will take a look at your website, which is cosmicfusion.com, and you'll see all the workshops listed there, all the services that are available, just a wonderful amount of them.
And it's one of the most quickest upgrade available to humanity right now, because the energy just simply interfaces with the energy that we are and expands our field. And it just leaves us absolutely touched and awakened. And then when we start emitting this energy, everyone becomes a healer. And when you are a healer yourself, there is nothing in you that you cannot heal. And this is exactly what we are offering, is to give someone a ready-made confidence. Because when you're emitting this energy, it is so tangible that even if someone who's not an energy sensitive places their hand on someone's shoulder or heart or brain or wherever they would like to place their hand on, they will feel this. The person receiving the energy will be like, wow, what is it you're emitting? What am I feeling? This is the most tangible, palpable energy out there that one can work with. And it does not involve sort of any kind of levels. It happens to you in a 2-day flat activation, initiation, transmission program. And this is all I can say. We all are ready for it right now, to upgrade our systems and reboot and log off from the old systems that we've been using and have been imprisoned in. It's very important to get rid of that.
It really is. It makes all the difference. And again, I can't stress enough how this is all about not doing. It's simply receiving the energy.
Exactly.
And that's it. It's just that simple. And everybody wants a magic pill. Well, guess what? This is as close as you're going to get to a magic pill.
Yes, it's true. It's like you don't have to choose between the red pill or the blue pill, because the white pill is available. The color,
there you go.
The maker of all colors. We have the white pill. Choose that.
That's right.
Well, what we'd like to do right now is talk to Pat from Connecticut as our last caller before the break, and then you're going to do another energy transmission. Is that correct, Kaveeta?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
So why don't we welcome Pat and see what her question is.
Good evening, Kaveeta. I'm really honored. Thank you. I'm having a hard time hearing you, so forgive me if my question is sort of a repeat. But ultimately, what I want to find out from you is what do you offer that I can afford? I'm on a fixed income, but here's my story. A couple of years ago, I made the decision. I felt that this was my last chance to really change myself and save myself, change my thinking patterns. I've been working really, really hard. And what seems to have happened pretty much in the past year, and it's getting worse and worse and worse, is anger and rage. I've never allowed myself to feel anger, so most of the time I think this must be good. I'm letting it up and out and healing. But it has become so bad, the rage and the wretchedness. And lately I've watched myself be more and more separated from the human race. And someone today told me that I was actually probably had a lot of entities attached, and I was fighting the dark side, and that was explained to me. And it clicked for a minute, because I almost feel like I'm on a precipice of being pulled over into.
That is a very good message whoever gave you, and you attracted this person in the right time you needed. I'm sorry I'm interrupting you, but I think I really have your answer now. And this is exactly what I was going to tell you. You are an empath, or empath, whichever way you pronounce it in U.S. And this is people who have a strong sensitivity to others and the environment around them. So as a kid, you had it. And as you kept growing, you did not know how to get rid of the slush that you picked up from the environment. And this is how the entities and the elementals got attached to your field and started to get fed off the unconditional love that comes out from you. But then they transfer your energy into this raging, angry person. And it keeps you in that state because they are feeding on that emotion coming out from that anger. So first, you have to get rid of those entities from your field. And secondly, you have to keep and stay upgraded and activated all the time. And for you, because you just mentioned that you're on a fixed income or something like that, if you go on our website, you will find a Kosmic code meditation. You can hear it online, or you could probably save it somewhere as a file and repeat it on your iPod or something. Listen to it 10 to 15 times if you can in 21 days, and you will find a lot of energy shifting out, because the energies that we bring in are powerful activations and transmissions and initiations, and they work fantastic. So you can try that first and maybe save up and then join in for some of the work that we do, and it's all online. So you can use it again and again whenever you want, energetically.
Okay, I think I heard most of what you said, and you know what, I'm on a fixed income, I'm sure, because of the struggles I've had, and I heard you talk about entities, and I know today I was just praying, saying, I need healing, so thank you for sending me more money so I can afford healing, and I know that will change. Just a quick question. People tell me you're so kind, you're so caring, blah, 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 and I think I'm so separated from that, I can't believe it. I don't even want to help people anymore. Is this the entities?
Mm-hmm.
Is this the attachments that I have that make me feel like I don't even care about anyone else?
Now, this is a very classic symptom I call of an empath, that you first get, you come into this unconditional state, and then you start getting detached because you can't handle that energy and that influx of energy coming in sometimes. So does it make sense? I'm taking you a little bit on a little contrast here, but what I'm trying to make you understand is that the switching on and switching off that goes on for you is actually coming from being a highly sensitive person inside.
Okay. Just
now, the meditation that you recommended that she listened to, is that a free meditation on your website?
Yes, it is.
Okay,
it is
so
listed under the
Pat,
Cosmic Code meditation.
Right. If you missed part of it, Pat, she has a free meditation on her website that she's asking you to listen to. What did you say, 10 to 15 times in 21 days?
Okay. Thank you. God bless you. Thank you all so much. I'm honored, and you've made me feel hopeful, and this is absolutely fascinating. Thank you so much.
Thank you for listening,
Thank you
Pat.
for calling.
Yeah.
Thank you, Pat.
Thanks.
Yeah, I think part of what people need to understand that those negative entities come in and feed on us, right, Kaveeta?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Well, it can be overwhelming for some people.
Yes, but the best thing about how we accept things so casually, like, oh, we have to breathe every day, or we have to eat food every day. This is our energy body. This is our system. We have to feed it. We have to. We need nourishment. We need food. We need air to breathe. Likewise, things that are earthbound or entities that have not moved on into light, they hang around. They need the same nourishment. That because they do not have a body, they don't eat food. They need emotional energy. And if we release that, then of course you're going to become a ready-made, available energy source to them, and therefore they come and attach or get connected or, sort of walk into our systems. And as I said, the thoughts that we have sometimes keep coming back to us, and then they become elementals themselves, and they get attached into the entities. And all this goes into the network of our energy system that is our body, and we host these parasites in us without even knowing that this is going on. So she was a very beautiful example of getting into that rage again and again. Very well said. An empath that has very powerfully misused by the people with the agenda to hold her down. You know how the lovely lady who came in before, Brittany, and the ADD, such a clever description of holding light back, and in such a clever way that we can't see it. And this is all happening in the matrix.
Mm-hmm. Well, on that
so
note,
it's almost like we become the pawns in the game.
Yeah, well, that's true. That's true. This is such a fascinating discussion. And right now we're going to take time for a commercial break. Would like everyone to call in at 646-478-0828 if you have a question for Kaveeta. We thank you all for staying tuned.
Sometimes life can be a challenge. Would you like insight and guidance to help you make the best choices right now? Contact Helene at angelslighthouse.com to make your personal appointment for a psychic reading or energy alignment. Helene is a direct channel to the angelic realm and is remarkably capable of connecting to the living as well as to your loved ones on the other side. Helene is available to clients all over the world via phone or Skype, and it's simple to set up a group reading anywhere. Visit angelslighthouse.com, where you'll find an easy way to schedule right online. And while you're there, sign up for the Angels Lighthouse newsletter and receive information on all the free energy circles, giveaways, and jewelry with a message. Visit angelslighthouse.com and contact Helene today.
Your property tax bill. Have you seen it lately? It's frightening. Your property taxes are going up while your home value is going down. It's time to fight back and win. For the real truth about the property tax system, get attorney Pat Quintilian's book, Are You Getting Screwed on Your Property Taxes? How to Find Out and How to Fix It. Attorney Quintilian answers all your questions and gives you the facts you need to fight a property tax bill that is spiraling out of control. You'll also read about what happens to property owners who don't check their property records, only to find out too late they're taxed on square footage, fixtures, and even buildings that they don't own. Is this happening to you? Learn your rights. Buy attorney Pat Quintilian's book today. Are You Getting Screwed on Your Property Taxes? How to Find Out and How to Fix It. Available on Amazon.com.
And we're back with a fascinating conversation with Kaveeta, who you can find at cosmicfusion.com, and Cosmic is spelled with the letter K. And thank you for staying with us, Kaveeta. We're so honored that you're taking your valuable time from New Zealand today to be with us.
Oh, my pleasure, really. I'm enjoying it, really. Thank you so much for having me on the call.
Okay. Well, we have a couple more callers, but would you like to do another energy transmission right now?
Yes, I would like to actually do a small energy activation. And I was wondering if it could activate the thymus chakra in the body, which is the thymus gland, which is very close to the physical heart. So we just
and that was the thalamus, right? The thalamus.
Thymus.
Yes, the thymus. The
thymus gland.
Thymus.
THYMUS.
Okay.
Yes, and I would like to, before I get into the activation, share a little thought-provoking idea about this. The thymus gland that we have, when we are born, when we are newborn babies, it's actually one of the most prominent and the biggest gland in the body. And as we grow older, and sometimes by the time people move on from this planet or pass on, it's completely shriveled. It's gone. It disappears from the body. The reason it was created in the first place or is in the body is because it is the spiritual heart. So the heart is the organ that functions and gives us the ability to live. The soul also has a heart that it needs in order to function in the what I call the non-dual state, where everything is love for the spiritual heart. So the soul, which resides in the heart chakra area, the heart of that soul, so you know how the body has a heart and it makes it function, the spiritual heart of the soul is actually the thymus gland. So the thymus gland, everything in our body has a chakra, and it's called a psychic energy coming out from our field. And this thymus chakra is very important and must stay activated for everybody. And most importantly, this is the non-dual state, which means we can get rid of the polarized mentality or behavior patterns that we generate as we grow older by creating gender differences or by creating races. You know, how we have differences like, oh, this is someone, you know, how we start identifying people as different to us. That comes from the thymus gland or the thymus chakra being suppressed. So for everyone to remain collective and non-polarized in that sense, it's very important to activate the thymus and keep it activated. So what I want to do is I want to activate this thymus chakra in the body. Some of the people might feel it as a pulse coming in, and some of the people might feel it as a flutter of their own heart. Or they might just feel a sensation of energy coming towards them around the left side of the body and the back of the left side of the shoulder area and a little below. And they might feel a little ache or pain because when the first time the chakra is opened up, energy entering in creates some sort of pain or ache or a dull. It's more like a dull ache or pain. So I want everyone to close their eyes if it's possible. And if you're driving, please don't do that. And if you have a place where you can also close your eyes and place your arms or your hands or your palms on the left side of your heart, then do that. So just place it, take your left hand or left palm and place it on the left side of your heart area. So just as you place it, imagine it is resting on your breastbone and touching the middle cavity or the chest column of your body. Simply place your hand there. The thymus chakra is right in between this part where you've put your hand. And I will start the live streaming and transmissions to initiate and open up the thymus chakra for all listeners. If your eyes are closed and your hands are placed, you will start a gentle energy coming up through your hands and going towards your heart. So it's almost like it's both ways. Imagine that you are drawing this energy up from your fingertips and going into your shoulder and coming into the heart. Likewise, the energy is coming out from your heart, that is in the hollow of your body, coming out, going into your left shoulder and coming out through the left elbow, left arm, left hand, and going back into the heart. So it's almost like an energy circuit that you're creating, both ways. So one, the energy is going out from the fingertips into the arm, onto the elbow, on the outside of your arm, over your shoulders, and entering into the hollow of your heart. One circuit. The other circuit coming out from the heart going into the fingertips again, and going across the hand, over the elbow, the side of your arm, where the triceps are, going up your shoulder, coming in again. And then you will feel this circular energy circuit that you have created on the body increase. And you'll feel like a sense of vibration coming in. And then you will focus on the energy that is coming towards the area that you have put your hand on in the heart chakra area. And you will feel an activation or an opening of the thymus chakra. If it is completely blocked or sealed off, you may feel some dull ache and pain before it opens up. And if it is fully open and activated, which is for some of us, you might feel instant pulse coming in. And it will feel as if you have two heartbeats inside, one of the physical heart and the other of the thymus chakra. Just stay with this energy. And you can go past the dull ache and pain. Simply allow the energy to enter your field. And you will feel waves of energy coming in. The more you open up, the more you go past the dull ache and pain, the waves of energy will come in. And this will open up the spiritual heart, as I call it. The thymus gland, or the thymus chakra, is the spiritual heart of the soul. This connects us to each one on the planet in unconditional and collective space. There is no other race or civilization when we look. It's just us as one love. The pure love space. And keep opening up, and the wave will keep coming in. And then you may be able to feel this energy circuit that you have created through your fingertips coming out to the elbow, going over your shoulder and coming down back into the heart. And you will just feel this gentle waves and pulse coming in. It's almost like as if you are expanding ever so little, as if you feel your left side of the body feels bigger than the right side of the body. This is also from where intuition and psychic awareness can enter the body. Whenever you're ready, you can gently come out. Simply disengage your hand, move it away from the body, and you can place it wherever you like, and open up your eyes.
Well,
that was amazing.
Beautiful. Just
it
beautiful.
Was. I got to tell you, Kaveeta. Yeah, thank you so much. I didn't feel any pain, but I am blessed with air conditioning. I know I'm blessed, and I'm grateful every day, especially the last few weeks that I have air conditioning. But I broke into a huge sweat. So I didn't have any pain. I didn't have any pain, but it felt like the waves were just coming over my whole body that way, like radio waves, coming,
And as I said, that not everyone will experience the dull ache and pain, and that's the reason. You have already activated that space before in the workshop, and you're not like what I call is, your heart is like a highway now. You can take people along in your heart space, and boom, they can go. So it's fantastic. And the heat is really, this is the pulse, the photon pulse. Photon is like a small unit of light, and if you imagine all your cells have this bit of photon that gets activated through your thymus, can you imagine the power of you? You can touch all your cells just through this one tiny little pulse, and everything got boom, hot. This is what we truly are. We are the crystalline sun energy that we see upshining in the sky. We are that. So on one Earth, imagine how many suns exist. Plus 8 plus billion, isn't it? How cool is that?
Yeah, that's cool. That's so cool.
So this is how Source envisions us. When Source looks down upon Earth as a inner solar system, it actually sees 8 billion stars living on one planet, which herself is a star. How powerful image is that when you see it from the source? It's powerful. It's fantastic.
It really is.
It is, and I have a lovely message that came in from someone from our chat room tonight. It says, excuse me, I feel hopeful that I may find my way back to myself and who I am supposed to be and what I am here for. Bless you, girls, for once again a unique, amazing, empowering show, and Kaveeta, most humble gratitude for helping all of us transform. What a beautiful, beautiful message. Isn't that beautiful?
I've got a little tear coming down my eye right now. Of joy of touching someone.
Yes, and also the same lovely person has a question, and the question is, do animals' thymuses shrivel also?
Very good. Oh, what a lovely question. If an animal is fully loved, it will never shrivel. But if an animal is abused or if an animal is killed while being, of course, killed for food, to turn it into food, the impact on the thymus, that is in the spiritual heart, is quite intense. There is pain before it leaves, but it then knows that this is an end for it. It's almost like, oh, okay, I am going off, but I bless you for giving me the opportunity to serve you. So when they go back into the spirit world, which, of course, like how we have a spirit world, they have a spirit world too, they get reborn into another cycle of much more higher experience as an animal or as a human being or something else. So, yeah, they do have a thymus.
Wow.
So our love to our animals, which, of course, a lot of the people, if not all of the people that listen to the program have that, that does help their thymus stay strong and healthy. So that's a really nice thing to know.
And also what I have noticed is that dogs, especially dogs and parrots, some sort of parakeets or something, I don't know what they're called, but they speak a little bit. Yeah. And those are the two animals, if you keep them at home as pets and you spend some time with them and you connect with them, you will actually feel that they upgrade your thymus. When you start losing faith in the world around you, they instill the love that they have for you back into your system. And so they become like the circuit board of the thymus indirectly. So having a dog as a pet at home is fantastic.
Wow. And that has been also borne out in science, where they say that people, even who aren't well, who have dogs, tend to live a better quality of life and
yes, absolutely,
live longer. So, yeah, there's a lot to be said for the love we have for our pets. We do owe them so much, I think, and this is a wonderful thing. And, here's a question for you, too. When you do these energy transmissions, and obviously you can teach people how to do this in their own lives, is this something that we can do for our pets?
Yes, of course. We should do it for our pets, too, because I believe they do have a soul, too. They have a collective soul, like how we have a collective soul as we keep going up on the higher realms. They are much more closer in unit. So they have just a soul and then a collective soul, whereas we have a soul, a higher self, and then the monadic self, where the group soul sort of unit comes in. Doing this for pets is much more easier, because then they become the energy circuit for us through which the energy gets transferred into us and from us gets transferred into them. And that way it increases the momentum of this energy. So instead of just one person having it, you have two pets in the house and they've done the same energy activation on themselves. You feel that the expansion of energy in the house becomes so much bigger that you would actually sense that all sort of electromagnetic radiation in the house will cease to exist. Even ghosts and entities and spirits can leave if pets also start to emit this energy, because pets can see them. We can't see them. We can't see that other dimension, whereas they can. And so it becomes a great thing for pets to be activated, so they start healing the negative spaces in the house and clear them. Not just see them, but clear them.
Oh, that's fascinating.
That is. And, that brings me to another topic that we mentioned briefly earlier, and that's about the Akashic Records, because we were talking about how there are people who read the Akashic Records, but what I thought was so fantastic about what you do with Cosmic Fusion is that you get rid of the Akashic Records, and I thought that was terrific. So can you talk about that a little bit, about the, instead of reading them, you get rid of them?
Lovely, lovely question. Oh, this is like my favorite, by the way. So I'm going to be a little super excited when I speak about it, but I will remember to speak slowly. Yeah, because not many people know that I stream the energy. So when I stream the energy comes to me in units, and it has to be transferred out through my words. So it gets a bit of, it's like language spoken in English. It's a little hard because I don't go like, oh.
But you're doing a great job. I know you're reaching everybody's heart tonight.
All right. So the Akashic Records are logs, like how you have a log in the computer. And you have a temporary file, a folder. And then you have a permanent file if you save it. So this is an analogy, very easy to understand. Imagine you are using a system, you accessing a website, you create a temp file, it's called TEMP, a temp file. If you save what you were accessing, it will go into become in a download or a file that you can save on your system. An Akashic record or an Akashic library is actually a permanent folder that is placed in everything that you see around us is Akasha. So the fifth element or ether space that we call is the Akasha. So the Akasha is such a big library, or Akasha is such a big library where this information is stored. But the temp file that are created are not erased out from the human personality or reaction to what they have done. So the cause and effect file, which is called a temporary file, that gets created into the soul template of the person. The Akashic record is a neutral energy in that sense, but it's the cause and effect, the causal template or the causal Akashic record is the one that we clear out. So that is very essential to clear, because if we don't clear the canvas, we cannot reprint on it or redraw on it. So we have to actually clear these files constantly as we create them, and not store them and have them on our system, because it slows down our system. Does it make sense in this analogy?
Doesn't it put you in kind of this closed loop system, because then you're kind of bound to repeat the same things over and over again? But when you get rid of these temporary files, then once again, you have more freedom to not repeat the same system or the same loop over and over again.
Yeah, so what happens is that people start looking at those temporary files, and when they give readings of Akashic records, they're not really reading the real living library of life. They're actually reading the causal imprint on the person. And because the causal imprint gets read, it's because it's not been deleted. But if you delete that system, or you delete these temporary files that are being stored as Akashic imprints, not Akashic records, these are Akashic imprints that are being simultaneously stored in the person's energy field. If those are deleted regularly, no one can tap into your energy field and give you a reading. So you become super protected in your own field. And it sort of works this way energetically. Does it make sense if I'm explaining it this way?
Yes, it does to me. Helene, do you also want to add to that?
Well, I don't go into the Akashic records very often, but I did not really have a clear understanding of what I was neutralizing, but now I understand it's the temporary file causing people to repeat patterns. Yeah.
Yes, very, very nicely put as a healer, Helene. Excellent. This is exactly what happens. The moment these energy, the quantum vortex, scalar wave, photon, pulse, energy starts to stream through us, it goes into the neutral space of the person and starts to delete these temporary files, and therefore they instantly feel light. And whatever they need to heal on themselves gets instantly nullified. So, for example, somebody's got an ache or pain or something, and they took a healing from us, and they come out of it like, oh, there was nothing that had happened. So the temporary file, as it gets deleted, leaves the energy body straight away.
Well, it's interesting because I've never felt like, personally for me, that the Akashic records or the temporary files, or however you put it, I never really felt that connection for myself of repeating super negative patterns all the time or anything like that. And I think that sometimes people are either more honed in on it or don't recognize the patterns. I believe people can actually change them themselves if they want to. And I don't know if that's true.
But it's not easy. I mean, I can tell you, being a therapist for the many years that I was, that it's not easy for people to break out of old patterns, especially when they were ingrained at a very young age, if they were pre-verbal or whatever. It is not easy to make those changes. And those patterns are so annoying because they do pack quite a punch. And I've worked with a lot of clients who would sit there and go, why am I doing the same thing like this over and over again? I picked the same type of person to get involved with, and I'm back in the same situation. And they would have an awareness of it, but they wouldn't be able to easily change it. And so this system with Cosmic Fusion, I feel, gives you that opening, so that you can make more conscious choices. You can make a different decision in your life that will be more positive and get off that hamster wheel. But getting off that hamster wheel, until Cosmic Fusion came along anyways, was not easy.
Well, I guess my point was really that not everybody has a ton of negative patterns or something that's really destroying their life. Do you believe that, Kaveeta, or do you think everybody?
Yeah, negative patterns do not necessarily destroy the life, but they actually keep feeding the person to live in a repetitive fashion doing the same thing. So it's not destroying, it's just it actually translates as a way of life for some people. And therefore you see a lot of people committing completely heinous crimes, but they are living the same negative aspect of themselves over and again. So if they were taken in and if their grids were removed, I personally think we could see some hope for them, because once you clear the temporary slush off them, you scrub them clean energetically, I'm sure the vibration of the soul will go back to what they were made for and not remain in the cause and effect vibration and keep coming back on and again, lifetime after lifetime, learning the same lessons of love and fear and forgiveness, and and just keeps getting complicated.
Well, let me put it this way. I see a lot of successful people who have beautiful and blessed lives, and so are they repeating positive patterns as well in some people?
Yes, of course. As I said, if anything is causal in nature, causal in nature means you have a temporary file that has been created of good living or highly enhanced sense of soul and spirit. And that gets repeated too. And then these teachers or living teachers or masters or successful people come back in another cycle and leave behind a prototype life for other people to follow. So it's almost like, seeing a movie, but seeing a movie that we like, or playing the part in a movie that we love to play. So we can repeat a causal pattern out of complete free will. Yeah. And that is what I call the good Akasha, or the good Akashic imprints that are left. and that they have been used. But as I'm saying this, I would also like to bring it to people's awareness that when that reactivation of one's own past life strengths and patterns come in, it's very important for that person who is operating from that powerful and serving lifetime in that sense for others around them, remain in a neutral place and not create an ego body side by side. Otherwise, it will again take them back into another causal pattern, and then they might have to come back and learn humility or the non-doer thing in them. So it works both ways for everyone to neutralize their Akashic temporary files, I call them. It's very important because then it gives you a clear canvas. And what we clear in Cosmic Fusion work is never anything that is positive and good within you, that is working for you, but it is only the junk that you don't need. It's just that what is being cleared.
Thank you for clarifying that, Kaveeta. That was perfect.
Beautiful answer. Yes, thank you.
Well, we have one more caller here that would like to take right now, and her name is Darlene, and she's in Florida. And before we put her live on the line, I just want to say thank you to Becky again. She really went above and beyond the call of duty to jump in as a call screener tonight, and we appreciate you, Becky.
We do, Becky. Thank you.
Yeah. Let's see. Darlene in Florida, you're live on the air.
Hi. Thanks for taking my call.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you for listening. What is your question for Kaveeta tonight?
My question was, my son is moving to New York, and I was wondering if she thought that was a good move for him.
Okay, wow, very nice question. Can I get the date of birth of your son, just so that I can tune in?
8/10/90. His date of birth is 8/10/90.
1990.
Yes.
Lovely. He's got 2 zeros, which to me indicates someone who is blessed and is being supported by the spiritual energies around him all the time. He likes to do things his own way, which is a strength in him that I see. And him moving to New York is a new path for him to discover himself and bring in those blessings which are in his zero, besides in his year as well as in his month, to enhance the opportunities that he has been given from Spirit to share with people around him. So, in fact, he's doing a very good thing by moving to New York. It's his journey that he is going into now.
So what I heard, so you think it is a good thing then?
Yes, it's very good.
And will he be staying in New York, you know?
I have a feeling he'll be in New York for roughly 6 to 7 years, and then he will go in and do something else after that. But he's come here to do something really, not just for himself as far as success is concerned, but he's going to share his success and his energies with people around him. You have a loving son. I should let you know that.
I have a loving son? Is that what you said?
Yes.
Yes, he's wonderful. I live in a different state, so it's just been very hard. Can I ask another question? Can I ask another question?
Sure,
yes,
go ahead.
I mean,
do you see his father moving?
His father, did you say?
Yes.
Okay. So is he still are you both still together, or?
No, his father and I are separated.
Right, so that's what I picked up, so I just wanted to clarify on that before I move forward. So if I'm trying to get your question and clearly in my head, you're asking, will his father move to New York with him?
Well, his father is in Florida also, but his family's in Boston, so he was hoping that my son would stay in Boston. So now, you know, I don't know what's going to happen now with his father.
All right, so this looks more like wanting to be close to the son, isn't it, for the father too? And he feels Boston to New York is a big distance, and he would want to move in a little bit close to his sun. And therefore this question has come in. I feel this is a very, it's like quicksilver right now. Things are shifting too fast between the son and the father. The father is very drawn to the child and wants to be close to the son. But I have a feeling it's best that the father does not move to New York and stays either in Florida or Boston and keeps in touch with the son. I think your son needs to find his wings, and he needs to be with himself for a while. And you guys are also learning together that he needs to be on his own, and you are there for him, and he's there for you.
Yeah. That's true. It's just that it's so hard being away from one another.
Yes. But sometimes the children have to find their wings, and once they do, they're always with us.
Yeah. Okay.
I hope the question, my answers have helped you.
No.
Is there anything else we can do?
No, that's about it. That was my main concern is what was going to happen with my son.
Well, thank you for calling. We really appreciate your call and wish you the best with your son, and hope he finds his wings and that everybody gets settled with the change. It sounds like it's going to be a big one.
Mm-hmm.
So, my goodness, these are wonderful questions tonight. They're not easy to answer, but thank you, Kaveeta, for answering that question. That was not an easy question to answer. And sometimes, people want to hear a different answer also. It's hard when change comes and it's not what you're thinking you want.
Yes, and yes, I felt that when I got that question, I clearly saw that the father and mother were not together, but they were bonded with this child as a unit together, and that looked very nice as an energy. But I just see energies, and I don't see anything else. And I felt that the child needed to be on his own for a while. I mean, he's not a child anymore, but his energies needed to be on his own. And then, of course, the parents are always there, So it looked like a very happy energy connection between all three of them. They're blessed.
Well, that's good. That's a nice thing.
Because we rarely see that nowadays when people are learning such hard lessons.
Well, that's it.
Relationships, and when to see a lovely relationship like that, it's touching.
I mean, these are trying times, and you often see relationships just blowing up and a lot of bad feelings left in the wake, and it's certainly not something we ever want to encourage. We would love to see more healing. And again, that's what I really like about Cosmic Fusion is this whole experience that we shared with you, this incredible expansion of energy that gave tremendous freedom to both Helene and I, and the ability to see things and experience things from the source energy position is just so powerful. It's so enlightening, but most of all, it gives everybody a sense of freedom in that. So your energy system becomes bigger than the problems. The problems don't overtake you. The problems don't become so enormous that they end up taking your life force, and that's what happens, I think, to a lot of people. The problems take their life force.
Because people get divided into either an emotional system or a mental system, or it's either the emotional, mental, physical, or the spiritual. But this energy really binds all four attributes of the human body and the being of the human body, the soul, through which the body can experience living, and the soul can experience to clear what it has come to clear and grow and expand in whichever it needs to grow and expand, instead of being segregated into four different expressions of one's own self. All of this gets synthesized and gets into this one super active mode of reality, and each one keeps counterbalancing the other by interfacing with it. So imagine there are 4 components around the human body, and each are interfacing with each other constantly, creating this one big expanded field rather than layers that keep a person limited or imprisoned in these 4 different boxes. And a person has to operate in 4 different ways. So sometimes we have emotional relationships with people, and sometimes we have mental relationships with people. And there is not this correct synthesis that is going on energetically.
Well, again, this is the benefit of Cosmic Fusion, and everybody can go to the website, which is KOSMICfusion.com, and take a look at what is being offered for these webinars and workshops. It's wonderful, again, because you can have this experience with Kaveeta, even though she's in New Zealand, and lots of times she's in Australia. This is something that you can experience right over the Internet. You don't have to be there in person. As you found out tonight, you can receive the energy from anywhere. And again, I can't say enough good things about you, Kaveeta. You're just a lovely light on this planet that we really appreciate being here with us.
Thank you so much.
Well, thank you.
And I have to say that. Go ahead.
I would like to add a little bit about what Patricia said about the webinar or the video conference online. The reason why this energy is so profound and so palpable is it's multidimensional, which means it is present everywhere. It's spatial. So though I may be far, far away in another land, but the moment we are tuned in, energetically, the person receiving the transmissions is like right in front of my eyes, and I can see what's going on, and I can transfer and transmit this energy straight to them wherever they are. So the reason, because it's multidimensional, it moves really fast. And it's almost like the moment, even before I say things, while I describe them, while the meditation is going on, people start feeling it because the energy has already touched them before I even start to speak sometimes. And this shows how powerful the energy is that we are working with. So you were saying, Helene, something? Sorry, I just wanted to add something.
Yeah, I was just saying that, this really gives people hope in the idea that they are powerful, that they are able to connect to this energy, that they are able to clear out their fears and their worries and just look at them from a neutral point of view and enjoy their adventure here on Earth without harnessing the fear that brings so much kind of misery to people,
Yes, and the beauty about this energy is that as it emits, it keeps neutralizing everything. We've had mothers who had to, just because, fear of, I have to vaccinate because there's a pressure of, I must do it, otherwise my child will pick up something if my child is not vaccinated. Or we might have been vaccinated by our parents, and it was a different time then, or whatever. But the beauty about this energy is that we can actually devaccinate people with the energy coming out from our systems. It goes in and it nullifies the toxic poisonous energy that a vaccine leaves behind. So it works on so many levels. You can do a cellular level regression with this, where you can go right into the cell where the imprint has been held, like how I was saying about the Akashic records before, something just like that. All cells have temporary imprints on them, and as the energy starts touching them, it gets cleansed, and one does not have to do any sort of linear level work, like, go close your eyes, go into this visual, then go slowly into another visual, and, so on and so forth. This takes you so rapidly through the memory that it cleanses and clears out things that hold people back. So, fear of, I'm afraid of heights, dogs, cats, name it. But it can be cleared instantly, like in a 30 to 60-minute session with the quantum vortex scalar wave photon pulse practitioner.
It's amazing.
It's great.
You're amazing, Kaveeta.
You are amazing, Kaveeta, and really, we can't thank you enough for coming on the show tonight and touching so many people with this wonderful energy that you shared not once but twice with us this evening. It was very profound, and I know everybody is going to have something wonderful to write back about this. We're going to have you back. I have to ask you to please reserve more time for us in the near future so that we can have you come back again on our show.
Absolutely. And why not just have a little play with everyone, talk, and share the energies. And this is all I know, really. So I think I'm glad I can be of some use, because that's all I know.
Oh, you definitely are. In fact, people are writing in the chat room and saying, yes, please do another show. So already we're having requests to bring you back.
So great. I'm so honored and I'm so grateful to be loved and liked. And I couldn't have done this show without you, Patricia and Helene, of course. You guys are so lovely and so amazing. And it's amazing to have sisters all over the world, So it's like, I have new sisters.
It is.
You do have new sisters, and we have you as our sister. We couldn't be more blessed.
That's for sure. Yes. Well, thank you, Kaveeta. And we'll be talking to you soon, and I hope that everybody goes to the website, CosmicFusion.com. That's Cosmic with a K. And you'll find all that she offers, including the free meditation that you can play over and over as much as you need to. And, Patricia, this has been one fabulous show.
This has been terrific. I mean, what a great show. This has been wonderful. And so, again, thank you, Helene, for a tremendous evening of enlightenment and spiritual adventure. This has been great.
It has. And thanks to everybody for tuning in, and look for our show next week. Do we know who the guest is, Patricia?
We have some more mystery guests coming up that are going to be doing readings for our clients and audience again. So, different kinds of readings coming up.
Yeah. Stay tuned for next week's show, and if you haven't already, please subscribe at supernaturalgirlz.com, and that's girls with a Z, so that you can get the newsletter that Patricia puts out that's so fabulous on cosmic and psychic information, and also our upcoming shows and guests.
And go to angelslighthouse.com, where you can see some incredible angelically charged jewelry, and you're not going to want to miss those opportunities to take a look at that jewelry and purchase it for that someone special in your life. There's some beautiful things to see at angelslighthouse.com.
Thank you, Patricia. Good night.
Good night, everybody. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll be talking to you next week.
Have a great week.
Thanks for listening. Tune in next week for another radio adventure with